So I need to raise money in order to save my ass from these state taxes out of nowhere that came up out of nowhere. So people come out, we're supportive of Phil, let's cheer, let's tip. They do it, great. Now I'll get past the state taxes, but now federal tax. Oh, now you owe more because you made more money.
And I already have the answer. Because this morning, a tip already came in that I'd like to start by shouting out. I received a $20 tip from Lloyd D. Today is my birthday and I wanted to send some tribute to the king.
Oh my god. What a fucking idiot.
So that would be nice. I'm just throwing it out there. Something we did on the day off. We're not asking for anything, but we had already set this up earlier in the week. And people over the years have said stuff about, hey, anything with Jasper Kitty or whatever. Well, this is an opportunity. Maybe you could get him something. So there you go. And by the way, I'm just going to go ahead and ban every idiot in the chat who's going to be stupid and fucking negative about it. Because it's not a negative thing, it's a positive thing. There's people all the time who say, hey, I'd like to maybe help out with Jasper Kitty or something. And I never had that opportunity before. I never did anything with it. So I'm doing it now, and you don't have to do it. It's an optional thing. Thanks to anyone who looks at this as, oh, yeah, I'd like to do something for Jasper. And if not, it's not a big deal. All right, we're just throwing it out there. So any of these fucking troll accounts that come in here, I'm just going to slap you with my fucking penis right across your fucking face, right out of the chat, and you're not coming back. All right. They call me Jim Frog. Resub for 4 months says, I love Phil. Fuck the trolls. All right. Thank you, Jim Frog. I appreciate that. Nope. Maximilian dude never responded whatsoever. And for the record, I publicly tweeted him, but then I also did the business email and everything, and I got absolutely no response. So it is what it is. You know, I don't know what else to say. I don't feel disrespected or whatever. I don't. But at the same time, like, it would have been nice for him to just say, oh, I'm not interested. But instead, he ghosted. Whatever, dude. Whatever. I don't know what else to say. Whatever. You know, 10 years ago, I was good enough to do random matches on for him to record and put his side up on his channel, and he got a lot of hype out of that. But now, 10 years later, oh no, we can't ever play again. No. Right? Not even grace me with a note out of his mouth. I don't know what else to say. But to be truthful, it doesn't really matter. It's not like it was going to give me a boost or anything anyway. I just thought it would have been a nice hype thing to do. Because we did it 10 years ago. To, you know, whatever. Anything for this, right? Whatever. People are too big for the king, right? Can't even say no. Skylar just did a super chat. Does Wukong or any game you didn't finish still qualify for Game of the Year or disappointing game countdowns? Why would a game that I disliked so much because I found it so boring be a Game of the Year contender? I mean, that's a pretty silly question. Is it eligible for disappointing game? Why wouldn't it be? If the game was so boring that I quit it and it killed the king's streak because it was so fucking bad and boring, sure. What the fuck? Why would it not be eligible for most disappointing? You know what I mean? Like, would that not make it a shoo-in as a candidate? Right? I think Skylar, like, answered their own question. It was kind of a silly question because it was already pre-answered with its own qualification. You know what I mean? Why do I think Black Myth Wukong killed the streak? It killed the stream. The game got so fucking boring. We went from over, like right now, I have over 600 viewers, right? I know that when I play the game, we won't retain 600, but we're going to retain a lot of people who want to see me kick ass in fighting games. When I played fucking Black Myth Wukong, we went from over 600 viewers to 300. We lost more than half the audience because people were like, why is this fucking forest so endless? It's just the same snowy area, the same thing over and over. I don't know. It all looks exactly the same, so I can't tell where we are or what we're doing. I seriously think I might be done with the game at this point. This is awful game design. What a dumb game. They ruined their own game. It started out good, and now it's just trash. Like, every mini-boss I fight, I'm bored. Nothing interesting, just boring. Fuck it, I don't want to play it anymore. I'm really done with this game. It's not fun. Look how stupid this is. Then I got to a temple, and it all looked the same, and it was confusing and boring and nothing interesting. The same shit overused over and over. Then we get to a boss, and the boss fight's like fucking 10 phases and hours long. Boring. The whole game was a slog as soon as Chapter 3 started. Nothing interesting. Just fucking annoyance and tedium. And it sucks because the first 2 chapters were good. And then, boring. So why would you think that didn't kill the streak exactly? The very next stream, the streak returned. The next 2 streams after that, the streak continued. So what makes you think the game didn't kill it? Of course it did. The game fucking sucks. The game is overhyped because people wanted this game that looks nice and is Chinese-centric, has some Chinese culture involved and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but it's just not that good. It's definitely not such an amazing game of the year. No, it's not. The combat system isn't that interesting. It's okay. but it's very repetitive. And the game does not have the design level of a FromSoft game. The stages are incredibly empty and fucking boring as shit. Seriously. You know what? There's a little quote from a song from the 1990s. The quote goes as follows: if you're bored, then you're boring. There's enough going on in life to not be bored. I'm just saying.